G'day YouTube, it's Turbo Tristan here. Today we're going to be reviewing a car that I'm pretty sure that most of you guys have never heard of and probably not even seen one on the road before, but it's all-wheel drive, it handles really well, it makes turbo noises, it's got Recaro seats and a Toyota badge, so what do you reckon that could be? Well, if you haven't guessed by the intro, which I'd be very surprised if you had because you couldn't see any of the car, but we're test driving, doing a feature on one of my new workmates in my new job, Trung. He's got a Toyota Caldina GT4 N edition or N spec or whatever you want to call it. It's an N model, which gets a few upgrades. They get better sports suspension, strut tower braces, a few handling mods, Recaro seats, all that sort of stuff, but this one is super tidy. One thing that I want to point out for anyone that gets a used car, a 90s JDM car, or really anything, and they start a project, it's really important. The first mod you should do is tidy the car up, get it back to as close to perfect original condition as you can, make it neat, make it tidy, give yourself a really nice base for modifying a car. And that's exactly what Trung's done. So there's not a ton of mods on this car. Mechanically it's standard, however it has been lowered on some BC coilovers which make it look awesome. It's not too low, he could slam the heck out of it if he wanted to and make it look really tough, but it's just lowered nicely, sits flush. We've got some Enkai RPF1 classic rims. These ones are like a polished shadow chrome finish and I bloody love those, I've got to say. They're wrapped in brand new Bridgestone Potenza tyres with a little bit of poke, a little bit of stretch. You can see there, it looks so good. The wheels sit perfectly flush, tiny bit of poke on the front, but the back is mint. Around to the front, he's upgraded the lights from Illumo, which are awesome. That's another company just down the road from me. You can see this weird looking thing out of the front here is a couple of cameras. One faces this way, one faces that way. Shows you everything in kind of a wide angle lens on the screen, which we'll get to soon. We've got a trans cooler. Yes, it's an automatic. As far as I'm aware, they only came out in automatic, but I actually love driving it. I've only driven it about 3 or 4 kilometers just down to this quite industrial spot, but so smooth, so quiet, so comfortable. Not usually words that you hear when you're reviewing a JDM car or a performance car or something that's been modded is smooth, quiet and comfortable, but it actually is. I really like it. We've got some front and rear parking sensors. All of these things are from Japan, so as this car is body wise, got the weather shields, they're JDM, factory JDM sunroof. He's just had this painted and put on and refit, which is a really awesome ducktail, kicks right up in the back, or a whale tail, whatever you want to call it. Looks pretty awesome. Mad kick up at the back. And yeah, it's a wagon. Wagons are cool, guys. They are really cool. GT4 3S GTE, that's the power plant that comes out in these bad boys, 190 kilowatts. So it's an all-wheel drive rally car, just like comes out in the MR2. Great motor, bulletproof. Can get heaps and heaps of power out of it if you want. Being all-wheel drive and auto, it wouldn't take too much to get this thing absolutely ripping. The interior is one thing I absolutely love. We've got this really crazy blue, blurple, purple, blue color, matching on the trim, matches in the Recaro seats, and they're super comfy. The steering wheel, I don't know if Trung's had that wrapped or not, but it's like brand new. All of this looks like it's just been done, which is a great mod. Like I said, get them tidy, get them tasteful, put them back to standard. And again, with that blue, purple, blurple around there, looks so cool. Probably copied that straight from a Corolla, that dash, and all the way around the trim here looks mad. This is a screen, it shows up the cameras, all still Japanese, full JDM, hasn't been chopped or changed. Mini disc player, CD player, stacker. Such a really cool car, and the reason for doing this video in this way is just to show you guys all these crazy features that they have out there. I don't know what that does, but you might push some buttons and find out later. It even comes equipped with its JDM flare if you have a breakdown. And this is one thing I really love on the Recaros. It's got the built-in pump. Some of you little fellas might know what this reminds you of, but it's a pump there and it pumps up the lumbar. You can actually see it moving. Crank it up and then sags down. So all adjustable. Tons of room in the back, even with the sunroof. Recaro trim all the way into the back seats again, which is so goddamn cool. I'm really fanboying pretty hard on this JDM beast. The back seats even recline. There's a button here. Pull that up. Chill out, ladies. But yeah, it's I love exploring JDM cars and just finding all the little tricks and knickknacks they have in them. You could seriously be here all day and not know all the features, but we're not really car sales featuring kind of channel. We're more about the drivers and the cars. Trung bought this car as a bit of a hobby. He's actually indicated to me that he's probably going to put this car on the market in around about a month. So if anyone's interested, black badging is pretty cool. Reverse camera. This is why you buy a wagon, folks. You got some boot space, actual room. You could definitely take this away on your adventures. Good thing about JDM cars and all the enthusiasts is you love fast cars, you love turbos, you love all-wheel drive, you love all the performance, but you still got to have a life. You got to have a wife, a kids, family, go on holidays. The Caldina, I think, is a pretty damn good all-rounder. Gets heaps of mad JDM points with all your mates, because it's not like a Skyline or a Supra or, you know, anything else. A GT4, everyone's got one. I say that, but you don't see too many of them on the road. Whereas a Caldina, instantly people are like, what's that? What is it? Where's it from? Is it Japanese? Is it JDM? Is it turbo? Asks tons and tons of questions. So this one being the N edition, it's got the 190 kilowatt 3S GTE, just as the number plate suggests. You can spot it straight away. It's got the strut tower bar. They did have quite a bit of performance upgrades in the handling, but Trung's gone and fitted some BC coilovers. Don't know if he's painted this or that's how they come standard. You'll see, I'll drop a clip in. I've just fitted the blow-off valve the correct way around for him. We still got to touch up this here with some plumb back, keep it nice and quiet, but for the video we'll keep it open. He's added a alloy radiator. He's also added an air guide to guide the air into the radiator, which is a bit of an issue with these. They can get hot, being that it's such a tight package. Turbo's right next to the radiator, all the heat's right in this area. So adding this guide in makes sure that the air goes into the radiator and through it, cooling everything down. Without that, yeah, they do run a bit hot. But here's the bonnet scoop straight onto the top mounted intercooler. Again, a little bit of packaging design from Toyota just to keep everything nice and smooth and compact, but a front mount definitely would be a great first mod. Could even easily do an air intake. There's just a straight pipe straight off there. Looks like it's pretty simple to modify. Exhaust, dump pipe, a little bit of room, but 190 kilowatts, bit of a sleeper. Let's get into driving the car again and do some more tests, do some noise stuff, see what it sounds like. Because yeah, I really want to experience the Caldina life. It's got the Muse Secret or Project Mu brake rotors in there, which you can spot a mile away with that teal color, and they're slotted front and rear, so it's had a brake upgrade. Brakes, wheels, tires and suspension, in my opinion, absolutely perfect first mods. What a clean car. I'm digging it, Trung. I'm digging your car, mate. The body kit looks sick as well. Well, I've got a straight bit of industrial closed road in front of me, no cars around. Let's give it a test out. We're going to brake boost it, stall it up. We're in first gear with the Tiptronic Auto. Whoa, that hit harder than I thought. 100 k's an hour, just like that. For those of you guys playing along that have never seen a Caldina GT4 before, I'm going to check out the Wikipedia page, because I'm not going to pretend that I'm an encyclopedia about cars or be like some of these other YouTubers out there, you know who I'm talking about, that just read the brochure, then do 10 takes spitting out information. We're real here on the Turbo Tristan channel. So the GT4 Caldina came out in the 3rd gen, which is this one, between 2002 2007. This is an N edition, which stands for Narus, which is Hiromu Narus, a special edition. This one actually makes 191 kilowatts, not 190. And this one is the big boy engine, the 3S GTE. So this has got everything in it. Enough chit chat about brochures and specs on cars. Let's go for a cruise, see how it drives, let you guys listen to the blow-off valve. I'll give you some feedback on the car. And yeah, let's go. How slushy is that? Straight into D for go in the Automagic. Turning circle on all-wheel drive cars is usually really, really crap. That's no different to a Corolla, so that's awesome. I was reading that this replaced the Toyota Corona, which is a great car. Very popular for uni students and first cars. They're bulletproof. But yeah, Caldina Corona. Good thing they got rid of that name, Corona. So the car is smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable. What else can I say? It's also pretty quick. You can just punch it. In comes a boost, off you go. What more could you want? Just an awesome car. As soon as you slow down below sort of 10 k's per hour, this camera turns on, shows you everything that's happening both directions, which is pretty awesome. Those BC coilovers handle all the bumps nice. Nice solid changes in the auto, so it's not too slushy. One thing that really is bugging me is these JDM weather shields are whistling in the wind. I don't know if you can hear it. Sunroof's awesome though, that's cracked just a pinch. Picks up really quick. So use these gears, Tiptronic, back to second, hook it around the corner. Sticks like shit to a blanket. Can you hear that? Is it just me, these whistling weather shields? They look awesome, but man, it's bad wind noise. Close that. What do you think about the blow-off valve? That's just enough, I reckon. Lets people know you're turbo. So because this car is so quiet and comfortable, might be a good time to let everyone know that I'm very, very keen on doing reviews or features on owners and cars. anywhere in the Melbourne area. I'm going to get up to Sydney soon, and I've got a ton of friends from when I used to live up there that I've got to go and review their cars for my channel now, but mostly in Melbourne. If it's JDM, if it's Euro, if it's Aussie and it's got a great story, even if it's American, of course, America, but any kind of car, if you've got a great story, an interesting build, hit me up in the comments below. We'll do a feature on it. I want to hear from you guys, the fans. I want to hear all the interesting stories on why you bought your car, how you got your car, where it came from, what mods you've done to it. So we can definitely hook up, meet up, do some shoots, do some driving. If there's any little races or anything happening or any builds, drop me a comment below and we'll get to work doing some features and some content on your cars at home, because the great thing about YouTube is you can share it with everyone. It's not just about me, so let's all meet up and do some features on each other's cars. I think Trung's going to be happy with that blow-off valve. It's definitely not leaking anymore, and it definitely got more pickup. It's staying closed, and it's a more sharper whoosh when you take your foot off the gas, so I think you'll be happy with that. I think that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Nice quick one, showing off a really cool car, something that you definitely don't see every day, and something that I really love driving. I'm so glad I got the opportunity to take it for a run. Shame Trung's not here to tell us more about the story of how he got the car and what his plans are with it. Thanks for watching. Remember, drop a comment below if you've got something that you want to review in Melbourne or Sydney, and we'll definitely make a time to hook up together. I want to get back into doing more features of viewers' cars and interesting builds, so definitely drop me a comment below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see ya in the next video.